There's a foundation that's not registered, but it has nothing to do with you.
Correct. That's true.
Okay.
That's
So
true.
you're not aware of any of the work that they've done, money that they've raised, anything along those lines?
Correct.
I want to say thank you guys for having us today and letting us speak before you. I want to say good afternoon and thank you to Chairman Zadalinsky. Did I get it right? And Vice Chair Tavert and Republican spokesperson Reddick.
Right.
Is Reich. Right. And the committee members. I want to thank you for just listening to us. Before I begin my one-page speech, I want to let you guys know that we did just come back from an 11-day hike to Springfield. We started in Dalton and we walked and we rode bikes all the way to Springfield just to create this bill that you see before you. I'm asking for your support.
Meanwhile,
WGN Investigates has learned nearly all of the money a South Suburban politician's cancer charity claims to have received in its first few months of activity came from taxpayers. The Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation was created in the fall of 2022 and heavily promoted by Henyard. The township board she oversees gave the foundation $10,000 days after its creation. A new filing with the Illinois Attorney General says the foundation only raised $3,000 additional dollars. Thousands more dollars were charged to township credit cards during the charity's walk to Springfield. The Attorney General has ordered the foundation to stop soliciting money because it still hasn't submitted tax filings to show how it spent money.
Down to it again here. So the mayor of Dalton, I put a post up saying that in reality, man, I could never ever understand how black folks in particular would want to push a black woman where they want the FBI to investigate her. The black people are doing this now. I don't know who's behind everything. I'm not saying Tiffany is perfect. Hear me clearly. Tiffany may not be perfect, but I just do not believe that she has broken any laws of the land, right? She's been accused of stealing money. She hasn't been in office long enough, in my opinion, to steal no millions of dollars, right? She's been accused of all kinds of wrongdoing. And remember the word allegations and accused, right? Opposed to anything she's done. So that's the reason I'm speaking up for her for right now, because I don't think it's right to put a witch hunt out on the young lady. She may have gotten a little big-headed here or there because she's a woman in power. And usually when people...
That was weird. She had a big head because she's a woman. Anyone hear that? That was weird. Let me repeat that. Let me rewind that real quick.
Big-headed here or there because she's a woman in power. And usually...
Why? So when a woman gets power, she can get big-headed and misspent stereotypes of black people is wrong. Then stereotyping women in power is wrong too. Like, again, let me know if that was kind of weird the way he said that.
When people get in power initially, sometimes people may make some decisions a lot of people do not understand, right? Because when people get money sometimes, we change. Some people change for a moment, then they have to get used to getting the money, then they calm back down and come back around to everybody. So those things happen in the world.
Okay. So why we have such low expectations of ourselves? Let's just say that Tiffany Henyard is not a really nasty person that's vindictive and nasty. Like we remove all that. You elected her to be a mayor, elected him to be a mayor, and they just start spending like crazy. And they're a super nice person. They're super sweet. And they're spending money recklessly and making tons of bad decisions. That person needs to be fired, like needs to be let go, needs to be recalled. So even if it's not malicious, it's incompetent. We can't have incompetent leadership. We can't have incompetent mayor or any kind of public official. So to apologize and defend someone when they are making bad decisions doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what his rationale is. He's trying to apologize for the behavior. How about no, we hold everyone accountable. But the problem is that she is committed, or at least alleged to committed crimes across state lines. That's when the feds come in. That's how it works. The feds come in when you are traveling all over the place. So we're going to talk about that. Give him some more information about at least some of the things we can explain on why so many people have problems with her. Get back into the foundation. Why there's so much issue with the foundation? Well, the first thing, it seems like it's a lot of misuse in public resources, public employees and resources for personal or foundational related activities, especially when it's funded by taxpayers, is unethical and illegal. $10,000 coming from the township going into her CARES Foundation. This is a charity. That shouldn't be there. I have no idea what's going on. Remember, she told that to Roland. She told that to Angela Lee. I'm just a face, or I don't know. People just put things in my name and I just run with it. Like none of that made any sense. And we can back that up with a lot of information. this poorly worded message saying, I will be testifying before the Revenue Committee, a bill I created. She can't sign a bill, so she doesn't know what she's talking about. She has a Good Burger business. She changed the name of the Facebook to go to Tiffany Henyard's Foundation. She had an interview with Roland. She lied to his face. So I don't know if you care about that or whatever, but lied and said I had nothing to do with it. She does have something to do with it. So let's listen to her testifying from this committee talking about the foundation.
In September of this year, I founded the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation, a non-for-profit organization whose mission is to find meaningful relief for people dealing with all types of cancer. Our goal is to provide resources and services for cancer patients as they fight for their lives, whether it's wigs, prosthetics, or treatments, reduction of prescription drugs for options, support groups, or utility and rental assistance. That is our focus. The Cancer Foundation supports the fighter in everyone. The legislation supports our efforts. I am here before you as a representative of the people of Dalton, Thornton Township, and the state of Illinois.
But the problem is, and the biggest issue that we have with the foundation is a lot of the spending that happened with that march to Springfield. She talked about going to Springfield. Let me show you the file there. So this was the 2022 annual Cancer Walk. She's selling shirts for $25, hoodies for $50. And there's something else I want to show you real quick that you see in this photo here. Pay attention to this address right here, because we'll be talking about that in a little bit. But you see right here, now this is a foundation charity. So it has nothing to do necessarily with the village. This is her own thing. But the problem is she used a lot of that money from the village funds. Those sweaters, the t-shirts, whatever. She spends $280. That's a lot of money for some damn shirts and some hoodies. That's a lot of money. Don't you think so? That's $17,000 of the taxpayer money to do this. What's the excuse for that? And then she sold them, right? The problem is, what happened to that money? To zoom in a little bit more there. What happened to the money? This is not paid by her. This is paid by taxpayer money. She sold those sweaters, and someone had a really good comment about this. If she did something positive with the foundation, right? Gave people wigs, where's the video? Because she loves showing videos about all the positive things she done. She has not said anything about it. Is there any person saying, wow, I benefited from this? They gave me something, they gave me support. So she sold a bunch, and actually to have a video, hopefully this video works, of her basically selling this merch.
Phil, here we come. And remember, anybody wants to donate, go to thcares.org and you can donate, buy a sweater, t-shirt, hoodie, in our cancer walk.
Okay, where's that money went? Who knows? Definitely ain't going to help anybody out, or at least what I have seen. I haven't seen anything. Claiming to sign a bill when you don't have the authority to do so is misleading, or you're just dumb. I don't know. It's definitely unethical, because when you say certain things, are you trying to deceive other donors that really thought that you were talking about something that made sense? I should pay for it. And when she sells shirts, made checks payable to Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. Yeah, so she took that money and I guess just probably pocketed. Like, where is any evidence of her helping someone with cancer? Anyone? Like anyone? Any idea? I mean, you guys let me know. I don't know. I told you guys to look at that address, right? 14121 on Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. The reason why I brought that up, at least, actually, we'll show you one more thing. Remember, if you guys looked up the foundation, you saw that it was, I think at one point, Keith Freeman was on the paperwork helping out the foundation or whatever. His name was supposed to be here as the agent. Remember, it was Keith Freeman. So there's Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. This guy, Victor, right here. Now all of a sudden he's the agent. And that's very interesting, because it's like, yo, who's Victor? Like, who is this person that now is no longer Keith Freeman, but is this guy? And I'm thinking too, like, yeah, this is kind of interesting. So the reason why I brought this up is there's some connections here, Victor and other people involved. So let me show you some of the other businesses that this guy Victor is an agent for. So right here, and this is all you guys can look this up. I'll put the links to these websites. It's all public information, but you look at this website right here, and he is an agent for Rock Island Clothing and Rock Island Bistro and Rock Island Transporting Incorporated. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Who owns those businesses that he is an agent for? When you look that up, you find out that Kamal Woods is the president. He ran these businesses. So if you guys may not know who Kamal Woods is, he is allegedly, at this point, everyone in Dalton apparently knows this, the boyfriend of Tiffany A. Henyard, and apparently he's married, and he's not married to Tiffany Henyard. That's what the word on the street says. And also, you'd be like, well, why are you keep talking about Kamal Woods? Like, what other connections he has here, right? Well, the problem is he has a job in the township as a youth director. This here, he's getting paid $100,000 to be a manager of the youth grant. Doing pretty well for himself. Conflict of interest is probably the first thing coming in my head. The agent for the CARES Foundation shares the same agent as her boyfriend that's married's company. All this sounds really legit, right? This sounds like a legit foundation that helps people with cancer. Don't sound like it's a weird pay for play, some kind of scam going on. Not at all. And I'm being sarcastic when I say that. But Kamal Woods is heavily involved in a lot of this shady behavior. So that's why I'm saying there's a lot of connections here. Yeah, this individual, Kamal Woods, this guy right here, rockislandclothing.com. And there's a lot more that we're going to get into, maybe not necessarily in this live stream, but a lot to get into with the properties that's being sold, being brought, their names on everything. See, there's the thing too about, is she just evil or just incompetent? So these people they're committing some crimes here. There's some fraud going on. And everything is searchable with the internet. Prior history of companies, changing names of companies, buying companies, all this stuff is on the internet. And I don't know if they just didn't know where the internet exists or something, but a lot of questionable charity operations. I mean, that's probably the best way I can put it. False advertising. You're promoting activities and accomplishments. Have they even occurred? Are they exaggerated? That's unethical. So let's go back to the address that I showed earlier. The address I showed right here. So what was that? 40121 Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. That's where the Tiffany A. Henyard's CARES Foundation, right? That's where it's located. Now, if you go to thcares.org, go there now. You can't go there. Like that website is down, which is interesting for a foundation why the website is down. But I looked. Anyone can check. So the reason why I brought this up is she did something really weird. She shelled out about $30,000 in rent that came from her campaign to fund the foundation. So let me show you that. And again, all this is, you can look this up. You can look this up, you guys, yourselves. So this is, Friends of Tiffany Henyard is a campaign fund. She paid $10,000 and $20,000 to this company here, recipient name Renomat Properties, right? So like, what is Renomat Properties? What do they own? Well, if you just, again, just go on the internet, you'll see the address that I just posted, 121 Chicago Street, but same address with the same property owner, Renomat Properties. She's taking money from campaigns to fund foundations. Using campaign funds for purposes not related to the electoral campaigns or holding office is at least point legally problematic, right? Depends on the laws and what's going on. But campaigns are supposed to be meant to support campaign activities, electoral operations, that type of thing. The duties related to holding office, not paying rent for your foundation, not good. Not good at all. We can go more into some of the bills and how they spend the money using the village of Dalton to take that trip to Springfield. So according to credit card reports, that trip to Springfield cost taxpayers about $100,000. Let me repeat. That trip to Springfield cost roughly $100,000 paid by the taxpayers. It says paid by the village of Dalton to things that had nothing to do with the people in Dalton. This one credit card receipt here. Now I'll blow this up so in case you guys can't see it. But Kansas City, Keith Freeman, village of Dalton, he's spending about $4,000 here in what he's doing. So Keith Freeman, village of Dalton, Kansas City, $4,600 right there. So they're just spending all the money. Totally legit, not terrible at all, right? Not a problem. That's what they're doing with the taxpayers' money. So let me show that again. It's Kansas City, paying, just running up the credit cards. Let's see some more invoices here. So like right here, Crown Plaza, spending about another $2,700. Village of Dalton, the Village of Dalton here. You know, this shouldn't be here, right? Just throwing it out there. Let me see what this is right here. So the Village of Dalton, this is around time. You can look at the screenshot. What is that? About October was that March on Springfield. They're running up the credit cards, man. Like $43,000. And this is just half of what was spent. During that march to Springfield, there was 5 to 10 police officers, all available for 12 days of this walk, right? Public works employees, township employees, all this to boost her brand and her ego. And all this gonna eventually will be seen by the FBI. So this is not, again, so all this you think, man, damn, they should have been, something should be happening right now. But this is where we are. This is where we are. Just spending all that money. How that benefit the people in Dalton? No, it just boosted one person's ego, one person's footprint. And maybe that's the reason those goofballs gave her the top 20 global women of excellence. So you see right here at Illinois. So you can see at the very bottom, Springfield, Illinois. Everyone's getting taken care of in this one. You got Holmes. You got, what's that? Stan Brown. You see Lacey. You see a lot of familiar names and people that they're hanging out. They're spending all of this money. And again, going back, is being paid for by the Village of Dalton. You know, and all this eventually should be on the FBI's desk if they have like a special desk with all the documents and stuff like that. Is it incompetence? Just by some of the stuff that I've seen, stuff that's already been reported, I don't see how they're gonna be able to fix this. That's why they become so secretive and don't want to be transparent. They're trying to find ways to get away with this. And I don't know how they're gonna figure this out. The 15 million she claims is coming in. Has she explained what that is? And like, because she's mentioned it at least in the Roland interview and the Angela Yee interview, that she brought in $15 million, even if you secured some great ethically from taxpayers, and then like, well, yeah, I took all this money, but look, it don't matter. It doesn't work that way. But I'm wondering if that's possible, if she actually is going to be able to bring that out.